My favorite thing about the small selection of random loading screens in the live service version is that you never knew if it was gonna be like the one that was night mode with Venomous in it, or if you're gonna get blinded by like the Christian one. The light of God knows your purchase sins. You made a mistake.
God has seen your credit card.
Everything basically can drop from a quest or like one of the key chests now.
Mm-hmm.
But the big thing that is the end game is doing just going into a portal called the Mythic Hunt and beating the shit out of a boss.
The mythic what?
Mythic Hunt.
I'm sorry, what?
Mythic Hunt.
Oh, fuck.
I don't remember exactly
That
where, but
mythic cunt indifferent.
I don't know where exactly, but I think when this game was still newer, they talked about wanting it to be similar in some aspects to World of Warcraft. So I have to imagine with Mythic Hunts, they were thinking we'll make an analogy to like mythic shit in World of
It's gonna be
Warcraft.
just like mythic rating, guys.
It's gonna be just like Mythic Plus, guys. We promise. We swear. This game isn't going anywhere. We wish it did. We know it's not going anywhere.
Was it Tuesday that they re-released the game?
The 11th, yeah. I feel like they're really stretching out what little content they have, right? Because they have one more Wayfinder that's finished.
They
And
haven't
that
released it
one,
though?
no. It was teased even when it was still live service. It's like the pink haired character.
Oh, is that Grendel?
No, Grendel was released already with this.
Oh, he's out already, okay.
He was released in like the early access of whatever you want to call the game now. That was like. It was fucking stupid. Baby, in a way, they released. There was the beta that we did,
Mm-hmm, I remember.
and then there was early access
It
that
was
we
in
did.
May, if I'm not mistaken. Last May.
Yeah. But, but anyways, so we did beta, we did early access. Game gets relaunched at some point, and the founders get into another beta of the current version of the game. And now the game is launched again into early access of its current version for everyone to play, and it's back on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot to mention in there somewhere sales were taken down. Also, it put that banner up constantly randomly whenever you would load into an area. A
Like
fucking
here.
event banner. The only event the game ever had. And
Join us for our first and only event ever. Oh, here's
I
the
don't
matchmaking on.
I don't remember if there's an official release date for the 1.0 version of current. I don't think there's a solid release date. Ah,
They're trying to see what kind of boom in sales that they get.
well, that's what I'm saying with stretching what little content they haven't released thin. I think that they're trying to hold on to some retention with maybe the couple hundred people that actually dropped in and bought the game since it's been re-released. I mean,
I can't imagine it's gotten them any more players.
I have to imagine a decent amount of people came back maybe on the Discord, and maybe like a couple hundred as far as PC goes, because I have no idea about PlayStation, but I've been told runs smooth as hell on PS5.
It runs smooth as life.
Buttery smooth.
That got us into the whole conversation about that one guy saying it was smooth on PS5 when it was probably 30 locked.
Well, it's on a fucking console.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd rather not think about this game, but.
What's the story of this game?
Oh, I thought you meant how they lost a lot of money on a game that bombed, and not the actual, like, narrative of the game.
Oh, I'd love to know the story of how they bombed, actually, now that you mentioned it.
Layoffs.
Oh,
Layoffs, a dissolving publishing branch. The bald PR dude that honestly shouldn't be near a microphone
what are you gonna do? Drink?
because it seems like every time he says something, he just angers people more and confuses them.
Anyway, real ass question though. What was the story of this game, or is, I should say?
You want the short version?
Yeah, what's the synopsis?
Almost exactly the same as Warframe,
What?
just just reskinned. And I'm sure there's gonna be someone, like one person that's like, "Oh no, bro, you don't get it. This is like peak. I love me some Wayfinder.
Their writing team, absolutely amazing.
Fucking peak. You don't even get it."
You don't understand.
So this game has Lotus,
Oh man.
but her name is Omen. Basically, she took Rainbow Six Siege team into the void. They all got fucked and died. Omen, oh no. So she prints up some more frames on her 3D printer, and that's you. And that's meant to be the explanation of why there's multiple of all of these human people running around in an MMO,
I'm on the printer.
and why it takes like Warframe parts to build a human being. Except they're not really human beings, they're echoes, but they're just people. Don't worry
they're,
about it.
they're just guys, but they're also echoes, but they're also parts.
Echoes.
Echoes.
But then, partway through the story, we learn a dark secret about Omen,
What?
and that is that Omen is also an echo, meaning she's not the original Omen, but she's an echo of the person that made echoes, and she was called the First, and she's like an evil space lady.
Holy shit.
And she's still alive, and she's not happy about Omen making her own echoes. And
This is
Omen
literally
was
Warframe.
And Omen was actually supposed to be a bad Echo originally, and she was put on Earth to go and find the thing, to do the thing, the evil thing. So kind of like Lotus on the moon or whatever.
The Nata Margulis.
The Natusi.
The Natasi. The
Yeah.
Margugus.
So Omen Nosi, instead of doing a bad, grew a conscience, and she's like, ah, my friends. But then she ended up getting them killed anyways, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, so it's like, whatever.
Now we gotta lead X Force.
Me and Echo Squad are out.
And everything in between that was kind of just filler. And then I think that the thing that they're really proud of with bridging the story of their year-long MMO story or whatever was that they added like an end game boss segment, which was the worst boss fight that I played in this game.
Yeah.
Because, as you know, it's one of the best mechanics in a boss fight, babysitting. That should probably be actually, yeah, putting myself to sleep. So, you wanna know what you do for that boss fight?
What do you do?
You gotta you gotta beat up the guy, but you can only beat up the guy so much because Omen gets herself captured, and you have to free her like twice when she gets captured. And each time you have to free her, it takes a while because there's several like little chains that they put on her. They get kinky with it. And then
Yeah.
once you free her, there's like a big AoE on the map, so you have to make sure you free Omen so you don't die. Because you know no one would free that bitch otherwise.
Of course not. Why would they? She's
And
supposed to be
then
evil, but she's also an Echo now.
and then the end of the fight is like a Nayrel moment where
Oh, a certified Nayrel moment.
actually it's more like the ending of Borderlands 3 because Omen unalives herself, sorry. And she actually grows like the flaming wings like Lilith did.
Oh, fucking shot.
She does. And she becomes like light itself. So basically the only thing that changes is you see where Omen was standing on the right, instead she's in the middle there.
That's the only thing that changes?
Yeah, and she's got Lilith wings.
Oh my fucking god. But she does the same thing. She just sits there and gives you wayfinders.
Yes. Except since you can just get the wayfinders pretty much before you even finish the whole story of the game now.
Yeah.
By the end, she has nothing to do, nothing to give you. I think maybe she hands out like 2 side quests. I'll be honest with you. I was in Haze, so I don't remember if the Omen stuff comes first or if we go to this place after, but afterwards we have to go to the land with snow. And as you know in MMOs, if the area has snow, that means it's harder. Because the meta thing now is just stacking ability power on like a certain character.
The meta for the fucking single player game.
People treat it that way, yeah.
Like it's gonna get updated and the meta's gonna change.
Well, they have one more character to release and one more map area,
We have a whole nother map area.
supposedly.
Keeps on getting better and better. Through Wayfinder experience.
We ain't found it yet.
Because we sat there and was like, you know, we'll make a fun little video sitting on Wayfinder.
Having a bad time looking at Wayfinder because it's boring.
It's so bad. I think it's funny because I think the story of how Wayfinder basically demolished itself is way more interesting than the actual game.
But everyone will tell you that they didn't demolish themselves, that they were demolished by circumstance. Thing is, game, as an online multiplayer game, you had people, there was some hype built around it still of what would be, so, you know, like, you kept playing. But on this released single player version, just everything that was already wrong with the game and the boring repetitive cycle is really highlighted, so you know that it's just a pace game.
You could tell that they literally put out what they had and was like, if we make money on it, I guess.
That is literally what they said, yeah.
But we're working on other things. Didn't they say that too? We're working on other things or want to. I feel
Oh,
like
there it is again. There's the banner.
Eventide, I'd mention.
I'd mention.
I mean, that brings me to my next question. I mean, I played a little bit of Wayfinder, but like,
Brings you to your next question. Why did we watch Star Wars Acolyte?
that's a whole nother conversation.
I mean, you could just turn it into a podcast at this point.
Pretty much,
I don't
yeah.
think anyone wants to watch an hour of Wayfinder. Does every MMO have a not Christmas, hey, it's Christmas event?
They absolutely do.
I'm pretty
SWTOR's
sure
Life
Guild
Day.
Wars does.
Guild Wars definitely does.
Elder
Elder
Scrolls
Scrolls
has
does.
whatever the fuck it has, the Bunta Eve.
World of Warcraft definitely has their version
Look at me go with my early access character.
that you paid for.
Ah.
Oh,
Hey, but you know what we really got?
what's that?
The single player version that we didn't have. Besides the UI change, we got mounts. And guess what, guys? Founders got their founder mounts. That is just a recolor of the default mount you would have gotten anyways.
How does this game actually feel to play though?
The closest thing that I can compare it to, personally, is Dauntless. That's what it felt like. Because the way that your character moves really does feel like being forced to play on the horrible little sticks of a Switch.
That's wild. This game is so stupid.
Like, the jump physics, I absolutely hate. I don't know if you've noticed, but you really don't have a lot of control once you jump.
Yeah, no.
Like, the motion in which you jump is the motion of where you're going.
That's it. That. Oh, Spider-Man.
And I'm sure there's some people that are like, that's just how jumping works in real life, but this is a cartoon video game with heavily stylized art. I just want jumping that feels good. Kind of like Warframe.
Oh, now that you mentioned it,
What?
I think if this game was a little bit more like Warframe.
I think this game should have cooked in a different direction.
Wonderful
Yeah.
lures.
Yeah, look, this is the event. The one thing that was actually an event that you could do for this. It's just the only part of it, I'm pretty sure.
I love that this gameplay is actually making you yawn.
I'm an old man. What do you want from me? I already played this game. There's no more game to it. Lasted like a
Literally,
day.
really just trash. It really did. Like once it went into its only access, well, only access, early access.
OnlyFans.
Only fans play this game. You're right.
This game does need an OnlyFans for the people that enjoy it. My
Yeah.
god, they must have some very specific fetishes.
If you put
Like
some
being stepped
spicy,
on.
you put some spicy Nick stuff on there, they might get some of their profits back.
Bald man.
Not bald man.
Who drank?
Oh my god. I'm just surprised we've actually managed to kind of speak about this game for like 50 minutes.
Has it really been? Oh my god. I can't tell if it's been 15 minutes or 2 hours. Oh look, that's when the game actually had a general chat.
Last one for me.
You know what's fucking crazy?
That
They still have co-op in the game, but they got rid of the chat.
was crazy to me.
Those look like D4 caches.
They do. Um, they have co-op in the game still, but it don't fucking work.
Don't say that in the Discord, they'll tell you that you just need to craft your gloom dagger.
They literally did, didn't they?
They did. To be fair though, we did get it to work a while out.
For 15 minutes?
It was still working then. We stopped because you couldn't handle it anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
You couldn't get good at the Wayfinder.
No, I just really was repulsed by it.
That's what I mean. You couldn't handle it. You couldn't stomach it. If you just kept playing, then you would have reached what every Wayfinder fan is talking about, baby.
Promised Land.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
the land of false promises.
The land of failed live service titles such as Wayfinder and Anthem.
I kind of want to play No Man's Sky. I think it'd make me feel better.
Play some numbers.
It's gonna make me feel better until something happens in space and it makes me scared for the rest of the night.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't play it tonight. Honestly.
No. I don't want to play it.
You don't?
I want to.
Oh, I see. It's like, it's crazy. Oh, baby, maybe we should do that. Every time we don't know what to do, we should just watch this video and we'll think of all the other good games.
I thought it said place lube. Place lube for goblin.
Oh no. It's a lube goblin. Drop dash
That's-
to glide.
That's why they call him the plunder fool.
Oh no.
Holy shit. You can't grab lines mid-jump. Has to be at the beginning or the end of the zip line. Oh, that was my favorite too. That no one actually bothered to use zip lines and stuff unless it was absolutely necessary because you could just bunny hop everywhere and it was faster.
Movement tech.
You can still do that, but yeah. This is when it broke, I couldn't do inputs. I think the thing that really draws people in, they're like, oh man, no, you don't get it now. Wayfinder. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Maybe just looking at like the art style being so distinctive and how flashy it looks, you think to yourself, this has to be fun.
Then you play it.
And it's not. So that we got another Wayfinder coming and a map? Holy shit.
Calm
Oh.
down.
Wayfinders will tell you that that's a $50 value.
Can't wait until they hold the first annual FinderCon.
Why didn't anyone show up? Couldn't find it.
There was a wait outside. There was a queue to get in.
How do I go on?
Lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness. What's this world called?
What this area I'm in?
No, it's like the actual world of Wayfinder called.
I know what this world map section is called. Aurelian? Wait, no, the Highlands. And then there's little sections called, like, Aurelian, I think.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I think the most lore that they had fleshed out, because I'm sure that they're planning for Wayfinder to be a game that spanned years and years. The most lore they had fleshed out was the stuff in the snow map and the Catholics, and
I
of
literally
course there
spaced out once
was.
you said Catholics.
That's why I sneezed.
You had to expel Christ.
Just the Catholics. How are you feeling about that veil guard?
Oh, I'm good. Honestly, funny enough, I feel really good about it.
Just you.
That's fun.
Okay. You're starting to smell like one of those finder ways.
Sounds like it could be a slur. We don't know yet. One of them founder
It might
ways.
be. It might be. But I do say one last thing about Wayfinder. It is the growing trend of people not posting actual crucial update information about their fucking game on the platform it comes from, but in a Discord.
Oh my god, that was the worst.
It's still going on.
I know, but like,
It was like 2 weeks later, wasn't it, that we actually got like proper announcements on Steam for stuff
yeah.
like the company not having a publisher.
Yeah, no, it was literally like a week or two after Discord was like, today, us and Digital Extremes moved on from each other. We're keeping the game, they're keeping the server.
Oh, this is the world boss that I never got to do because it was never spawned in when I got here.
You're looking around.
I love how anytime I just look around in a video game, it makes you laugh.
It does. You wanna know what it reminds me of?
What?
The Pulp Fiction meme with fucking John Travolta.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's like I can see John Travolta in your eyes as you do it.
One
You're
of the
like,
staples that I've always had in playing any MMO is when something shit happens, just looking up
"Ah."
and then slowly panning down.
While usually doing a very big sigh.
Yep.
Oh, look at this. This is one of my favorite parts.
If it's really bad, just rotating the screen very rapidly. This is still jank, by the way.
This is still included?
They can't get rid of it
Holy fuck.
because that would be even worse on their reputation, I'm pretty sure.
Battle Pass.
Because people paid for access to these with the founder packs.
Oh,
hmm So these will forever remain in the game even though they're not doing anymore.
get all of
You
these
see
for
that?
free
You
now.
see that skin, the Ashfall helm one?
Yep.
That's one of the shitty things you can redeem for the founder coins in the exclusive shop now. I have all of these weapons now, I think. Because the way that they drop is now like an AARPG, like a Diablo. So
You
that
know,
means that
you know,
the level that they drop at scales to the level of the dungeon,
you know what I
but
never
not
saw coming?
always. But
I never saw I never saw Diablo 4 coming out on top. I never saw it being better than Wayfinder, but it happened.
well, I never thought they were in the same ballpark.
I think they're in the same ballpark of disappointing games. Except
I'll
Diablo
say
4 has
that
kind of brought itself back.
nah, Diablo 4 has had a little taste of the No Man's Sky.
They definitely have.
I forgot about the anniversary thing
What anniversary thing?
in D4.
Could just keep it on and go play some D4.
I'm gonna tell you that I thought about Star Wars Acolyte and my bowels did something again. It seems like a reaction.
It's a stress reaction.
It's not really stress. I mean, I think that's just kind of like the reaction that you'd have from eating baby food. Acolyte kind of is like baby food. You can't have too much of a flavor profile in there. Not yet.
Maybe not ever.
Maybe not ever. Baby needs peas, carrots.
Baby needs peas, carrots. Not peas and carrots. Baby needs peas, carrots.
Peas, carrots.
Peas, carrots.
Peas, carrots. What's some other things that babies eat?
Little gravy bowls.
Babies eat gravy bowls?
I that's what
Gravy's
Gerber
a lot
looks
of
like.
fat. I don't think that you can feed babies gravy.
Gerber looks like gravy bowl.
Looks like dog food.
looks like looks like gravy
Looks
boat.
like looks like a little Pomeranian portion dog food.
Is this still in the game?
Yeah, you can still awaken or whatever the fuck.
Wake in your depression.
Let's not.
How about we don't? Yo,
Except
seriously,
somehow
it's like, yo, recovering Venomous's dormant memories. It's like bringing up past trauma.
dream not of what you are, but what you want to be.
Oh my god.
Wake up, Dano.